said, yeah. I got her screaming out that OMG, oh yeah. Promise me something you won't kiss and tell, yeah. I got her screaming out that OMG, I swear.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Diallo Bands, aka Mr. Bendova, bitch, you hear me? I'm like to welcome y'all to Deep Throat motherfucking conversations where this shit can get real deep, like Pastor Tonsils, bitch, you hear me, But listen, I got a lot of new guests on this bitch tonight, Hey, one at a time, please. Hey, state your name, where you from, what you about. You hear me? Let's go.
I'll go first. I'm TJ. I'm from the earth side of Youngstown, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homies. I'm about just feeling like a beacon of hope for the next person. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot, and I like the woman that I've grown to become today. You know what I mean?
That's good.
So, I relish in uplifting the next person and just really, you know what I'm saying? I want to see everybody winning. Feel me?
That's good.
That's what's up.
Who next?
I'll go next. My name is Liz. I am from LA. Well, that's where I reside in right now, but I'm from Chicago. But I am a Cali girl now. What I'm about is empowering women, showing them that, not to let men intimidate them.
Mm-hmm.
Show women that it's okay to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a bitch because you talk what you have to talk and feel how you feel.
Mm-hmm. That's rough.
Okay, who next?
Mm-hmm.
I jump in. Anthony, east side of Youngstown. Really just trying to help people get access to spaces they are blocked out of.
I feel that. Who next?
Yo, I'm Marcus from Furrow, PA. What I'm about, I just actually started my little music thing. I'm venting through my music. That's all I'm doing. Finally worried about me, not nobody else.
All right.
We know everyone will put you first. That's what's up.
Right?
I feel if you got anybody else, I think that's it. Black V, you stand? Well, go ahead and introduce yourself, Black V, since you here. Shit,
Yo, what's up? I'm Black V, content creator, everything from film to podcast to music, a little bit of production on all sides. Plus, I have a podcast. Plus, I have podcasts, and plus we produce many other podcasts. Some of y'all heard of them, some of y'all haven't heard of other podcasts. We have everything from Queens with Attitude podcast to Pussy Talks podcast to the Triple A podcast to, I don't know, I'm sure I'm forgetting some, to also being a partner with Miguel on this amazing Deep Throat Conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just a small part of everything major. From Youngstown, Ohio, from North Side, but living in Toledo right now.
That's what's up.
What's up? Since there's a lot of new people in here, I'm gonna explain myself. Hey, I'm Miguel. Hey, Diallo Bands. That's my rap name. Hey, the music y'all heard in the beginning, that was one of my little songs and shit.
That's what's up.
Let's see. I met Black V a couple months ago, but it seems like we've been knowing each other for a long time. He's one of the reasons why I'm here right now doing this. Talking my shit. You hear me, huh? You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, it's 3 requirements I ask on the show. You know what I'm saying? Either you blowing, you pouring, or you gotta tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't with none of that, you can just remove yourself if you want to. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? And this is a no judgment zone. Please, I don't want to argue. No judgment zone. Feel free to what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the show, I'm be holding up 2 signs, right? If I hold this up, I mean, we kind of getting out of control, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let the other person talk. You feel me? Hold up, wait a minute. Now if you see what you say, that means you said some crazy shit that I might want to hear again. You hear me, So, right now, we want to dig into this Deep Throat Anonymous. And I began crazy inbox. Oh, we got somebody else
introduction.
added in. Go ahead, Tia. She been on here, but I'm gonna let her go again. Go ahead, introduce yourself, Tia.
My bad. What up, y'all?
What's
Here.
up?
I'm in Arizona enjoying this weather. Don't be jealous if y'all ain't got no nice weather.
I guess.
Oh, man.
All right, that's what's up. Hey, tonight, I don't know if you want to call it battle with the sexes or whatever you want to call it, but it's gonna be a lot of relationship shit that just men and women just don't see eye to eye on. You hear me? We gonna
Right.
get through this shit today, baby.
Let's do
Listen,
it.
before I get through this though, right? I gotta read this inbox I got. Deep Throat Anonymous. I'm gonna need all y'all to mute y'all mics for me, okay? So we can hear this.
I know how to do it.
Oh, I'll do it for you then. I'll do it for you. I see T already know she done. I'll mute it for
You
you.
know, I said I know how. It's right here.
Oh, okay. So everybody muted. Muted. Okay, check this out. The title of this is You Mad, Huh? You Mad, Huh? It says, I've been married 3 years. I must say it's been pretty rocky. This past year has been the worst. No intimacy, no conversation, just nothing. I don't want to leave my wife, so I decided to please and treat myself. I found me someone who makes my toes curl. Makes my soul glow. Oh my goodness. It says everything with my mistress was just wonderful until she told me those 2 words. Y'all know what that is, right? I'm pregnant. So I did like any other married man would do. I became distant and unresponsive. A year has passed, but I still haven't told my wife about my outside child. I take care of him, but I'm not in his life. Things were getting better between me and my wife. So I tell her we were also expecting our first child together. Things were looking good until things took a U-turn. I get an emergency call. Baby, my water broke. I rush home. We go to the hospital. I'm super excited to see my son for the first time. Then boom, a brown-skinned child is coming out my wife's vagina. I'm white. My wife's white. This is not my child. Should I be mad? Is karma paying me back? Should I accept this since I had a baby on my wife? I mean, she doesn't know about my outside child. Or should I stay? Or should I cut my losses? What y'all think? So y'all can unmute your mics. We can unmute your mics. Unmute your mics.
I got to grab a notepad on this one.
So listen.
Oh, no,
I
Listen,
know, I got
listen.
all of it. I got it all.
So listen, this is kind of deep, right? You know, sometimes karma finds its way around and around. You hear me?
How can you blame that on karma though? What if she already knew he was fucking around? You know what I'm saying? And she like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if she know on the low? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, hey, this how we gonna do this then. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first and go ahead. I'm gonna give you your 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, I was almost done.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know if she didn't know on the low already that he was fucking around on her? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she just kept that in the archives of her mind and just did her and did that strategically on purpose to see if he gonna confess or not? She was probably just chilling on that shit. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? Or it could, you just never know. I don't know. That's messy.
A child is the ultimate petty though, just to be petty to go get pregnant by somebody else to get the homie back though. That's kind of like,
I mean, not saying strategically getting pregnant.
It just happened.
Shit happens, you know what I'm saying? Just like shit happened with him.
Yeah, shit did happen with him.
Neither one of them, they both cowards. If that's the case, because they both supposed to keep it real with each other no matter what. They threw it.
So at this point, does he tell her? Or
They
does he
deserve each other at this point. Like,
does he
I wouldn't
tell her
even
though?
bother.
Or does
I
he
wouldn't
just
even
accept it
bother.
and keep moving?
they all doing the same shit. Like,
Ain't no reason to even say it back. Like, just go ahead and roll because you said the chick make you feel better. Just go ahead. Just
Oh, so you say for him to go ahead and just leave his wife and go ahead to the mistress?
that's what I would say. I mean, shoot, y'all done both done messed around. Ain't no reason for you to even say, "Hey, I got a baby over here." Just go over there. That's how I
That's
feel.
true.
that's wild. That don't
That's
even
true.
make sense. Cause
Why would I?
what if he ain't seen his kid in a year? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she?
Yeah, but that's his real kid though.
But
He
what if
made
he won't
she
go?
made him feel like he wasn't in his marriage in the first place. He should have been gone already.
He don't get
Okay.
that option again, though. I mean, depending on the type of chick she is, I don't know.
I was about to
pull
say.
this back
Like
for
she
a
was
second?
already doing her thing because he was already not getting no pussy at home. So that's why he went and got the other girl. So she was probably already doing her thing before him.
Right.
Pull this back for a
Hold
second.
up. Hey, Black V. I'm gonna let Black V be my icebreaker on this one. Now, we don't know if she do know, right? Only thing he know is that he done had a baby. He been taking care of a baby that he ain't been seeing, but now he said they haven't been fucking or nothing. So that means if she ain't fucking him, she fucking somebody else.
Yeah.
You feel me? Doesn't mean that she know, but he like, well, damn. Should I tell her about this baby, or should I just take what came to me and just leave it alone? Period. Like, should I stay with my wife, or should I cut my losses? Because to him, she don't know that she know he got a side baby, so she might not even know that shit.
But bro,
But to be honest, he ain't even got no wife to stay with.
Yeah, I agree there.
First though, like how, like let's start from the beginning on this. Like it's like first things first. If you're in a relationship, you got to be man enough to say you are happy or you are not happy.
Bam.
Just go out and cheat is crazy. It's like, all right, if you, on some young
Especially
stuff,
when she
cool,
took
but
them
as you-
vows.
Yeah, when you grown, you got to be like, look, I'm not happy. And before you go out and be with somebody else, you had that conversation about like, I'm leaving you or whatever that is. So it's a clear understanding of where y'all stand. Then you move forward and you had this kid. So it's like, second, you got to be down to stand on that shit. If you did it, if
Right.
you weren't man enough to have that conversation, you now got to be man enough to say, look, I stepped out, I had a kid well before she goes out and has a kid. But then I'm
Right.
like, for context, what the hell happened between they wasn't talking for a year and then they somehow got cool enough or in a better situation enough to start having sex again to have a kid? So it's like, what the hell happened right there? And why couldn't that have happened in the first place before you chose to be with somebody else?
Yeah.
So it's like that conversation is key, but like be man enough to say something, be woman enough to say something. Like y'all gotta talk. They went a year without talking to each other. Like that's problems in the first place. I can understand on this kid shit, but when you grown, you gotta speak up.
So Black V, help me out. Like, what do you feel? Because I know what Mr. Bendover feel about this shit. You know, I'm gonna go last. So you hear me?
It's part of the game, man. I mean, I hate to call life a game, but it's just part of the game. Like, don't be mad at the player. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, if you're gonna be out here fucking around, you know there's a possibility your missus can be running around fucking around on you too. Whether she find out. In the sense of, I see what you saying as far as karma, they both sitting there fucking around on each other, whether they know it or not. So you play games, you win stupid prizes, and both of them play the stupid ass game and won not stupid prizes, calling the child stupid. They got a stupid ass prize where both of them played themselves. So at that point, it depends on how much he love his wife and he can forgive her because she gonna have to forgive him. If I was him, I'd be relieved because I can tell her now. If it was bothering that much, in which the scene the whole thing was about, he free now to tell her. He can tell her the truth. And
But why you need to tell her though? Why you need a reason like that to tell her?
Because based off of how he wrote the letter, it was bothering him as far as everything was going on. So
that's what I'm saying. So why you feel like she need to do something for me to be able to be like, this is what I did?
Oh, because
I'm talking about, like,
he wanted
stand
to
on
tell
that
her.
shit. You did it.
Yeah, he did it but the whole thing was that he wanted to get it off his conscience. Right. So now the consequence is now he's got the point to still do it, and then they can go from there. Because what if he wants to stay with her, right? If he wants to stay with her and maybe work it out, he still got to put his part out there. So everybody.
If he was honest on the front end, maybe he ain't sitting there looking at another kid that ain't his.
Yeah,
I mean, coward moves out the gate is what's the problem is.
But he said he wasn't happy.
Yo.
Well,
hold on, that though. He never said anything.
Hold on. Let me hey Big Dog, I'm gonna get right back with you. Let me let Delsky. Hey Delsky, I don't know if you heard the story. Did you hear the letter?
Nah, I came
listen,
after.
To make a long story short,
they need to reread that to you.
It's kind of deep, bro. It's kind of deep. I don't know if I want to read it again, but you might have to get to it. It's kind of deep, bro.
Hold on, wait. Pookie, is that you?
What's up, bro?
Oh man, I've been knowing Pookie since he been knee high to a grasshopper, man. It's
Go
good to
ahead.
see Doctor. He is no longer Pookie. I have to address him by his given name, Dr. Jones. Everybody.
I love it.
Hold on. So, Big Dog, what you about to say, Big Dog? Go ahead.
Did y'all hear how well he talked about that mistress though? He ain't just sit there and he just sit there and say it was a chick with a fat ass.
But you know that
chick made him feel some type of way. He ain't gonna sit there and be comfortable where he at no more. He ain't got no wife to come home to. Period.
That's honeymoon love though.
I hear you, but he was already saying that it was already like a year into not talking, a year into doing all this, and all of a sudden they start doing it, but or messing around enough to even consider it to be his kid in the first place. But that was just a moment. I mean, that was a whole year in between here. He sat there and showered that chick with so many types of compliments, and that was different.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
What was the question though?
Listen, this is a long. It's kind of long. I don't really want to read this shit long. He wrote me a long ass letter, bro.
Okay, well.
And listen. Anyway, typical shit. Guy been married. He was going through some issues. Him and his wife wasn't talking. They wasn't fucking. He got
4
a
years.
mistress.
Yep.
He got a mistress. You know, she made his toes curl. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, she come back and said, "I'm pregnant." And he kind of like he ain't ghosted, but he kind of left it alone. And 6 months go by, whatever case may be, a year. His wife become pregnant. She's getting ready to have a baby. Both the couple was white. When the baby come out, it's a brown skinned baby. So he like, shit, that ain't my motherfucking baby. So now he like, damn, should I just accept this because I had a kid? My wife don't know, or should I cut my losses and just leave her?
Mm-hmm.
Was his mistress black though? I feel like that plays into it, man. Because
as
a white man, did you feel a way that your wife had a baby by a black dude?
Black man, and then did you go do the same thing to a black woman?
Like
I don't think it's about it's not about the race. The guy didn't make it about the race.
So if you asking for my, if you asking like if I was in said situation, no, I can't accept that. Like, I mean, yeah, I know I fucked up, but I should have spoke at the end. Well, then again, I don't know because I got to be diplomatic about this because I stepped out first. She had a situation. That's a hard situation. I just come clean about whatever I did too, and just say fuck it. Now we taking care of everybody's kids around this.
Oh, hell,
How do you know you stepped out first though?
Hold up, bro. Hold up. Cause Mr. Bendova, I don't give a fuck. If I had 3 outside kids, Mr. Bendova ain't taking care of nobody else's kid. You got like all the way fucked up. Hold on. Hey, CL.
I mean,
hold on. I gotta let CL get some of it. Come on, CL. Talk to me, CL. Talk to me.
What's up,
baby?
baby? How you doing? I'm here.
Talk to me. Did you hear this foolishness? What's going on? Did you hear the story? You didn't hear the story.
I didn't hear the story, but all I know, if you was fucking me real good, whether the baby light skin or dark skin, just take care of everybody. The end.
Oh,
see? You know what I'm saying? We might as well just. I might as well move my mistress in, move her in, or get custody of my outside kid, and we might as well just keep it pushing.
I didn't know that was an option. I like to change my answer.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it, right? And people may not like my motherfucking answer, but I'm gonna tell you a Mr. Bendova answer. Listen. First of all, if you marry, first of all, people get married and people forget all type of duties they're supposed to continue.
But
to
when
have.
you marry,
wait, you can't come in like that.
Wait. Anything that come out your wife when you marry belong to you. So answer your question correctly.
Nah. You ain't let me finish it. First of all, people get together, right? Everything be smooth and lovey-dovey till the motherfuckers move in and all that shit. And then everything stops, right? But at the same time, what happens is, but it doesn't change the fact that you love that person, right? So people say, well, if you love me, you wouldn't have did this to me. But it's not about love because at the end of the day, we all animals, so we all have some type of need. So if you're not getting the need from here, you doing it somewhere else doesn't mean that you want to do that shit. It's just something you just getting off. You know what I'm saying? Some people stay dried out for years, but that's not me. But anyway, so he's fulfilling his own need that he's missing because he said, I really don't want to leave her. But I'm just fulfilling the need over here. In the process of doing that, he fucked up. So I was gonna say Pookie.
Walk me through your perspective on that. I'm not happy. I don't want to leave her, but I'm gonna cheat on her. Walk me through that.
But
I'm saying this is what people do. Most people say, you know what, I'm not happy because you know what, a lot of people can't be grown about it. You know what I'm saying?
Because I swear I'm at the point in my life where if I ain't happy, I'm out. Like I ain't gonna sit here and play with it. Like,
there's no point for me to be here.
Right.
My happiness supersedes.
I ain't gonna hold you up.
My happiness.
Hold me up.
Listen. Like my happiness supersedes anything we got going on, right? So if I'm not genuinely, if you genuinely don't put a smile on my face when I look at you, I mean, like that means. So when we roll it, like if we move in together and I roll over in the bed and you got that crooked ass wig on, you ain't got no makeup on, you ain't got your teeth in all the way.
Oh man,
whatever the case is. I'm just saying, listen, because I'm just saying, like if I love you, I gotta love you for whoever the fuck you truly are.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Right, but
And
that's
if I
not.
don't, I gotta tell you that.
And most women.
Where the fuck is the names at? I don't even know because
I was trying to say that too.
What is your name? What is your name?
I'm Delsky.
Hey, Delsky.
All right, how's it go?
Hey, how you doing? This ain't even my show, but I do want to say this. I don't give a fuck if you like the bitch. You don't fucking like the bitch. But if she's still there, you obviously got something going on, and that's not an excuse to cheat.
Absolutely.
My issue is people be like, oh, well, you don't make me happy. You don't do this. You don't do that. I don't give a fuck. My loyalty runs deeper than my love for you. So if you fuck another bitch because I ain't making you happy, you ain't shit. And that's all I'm going to say.
Listen, I got a question. Right, hold on. I got a question.
I kind of agree with that.
For Anthony.
But I'm just saying because hold on.
I kind of.
What is his name? Bend over. I'm talking to him. I'm talking to you.
I'm about to mute
second. Because loyalty runs deeper.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna mute your motherfucking ass. Listen, I keep on getting ready to call you Pookie, but Anthony. I had to mute your motherfucking
Either
ass.
or, you know me from forever.
Don't mute me. But what I said,
I gotta mute you again. Hey, listen.
Hey, this must have been how I was when I was drunk as fuck one day.
Hey, Pookie, listen. Okay, I like using analogies, but some are bad analogies, right? At the end of the day, right? Listen, your wife cooking a plate, right? She's cooking a plate, and she keeps fucking it up. So what's going to happen? You're going to teach her how to do it, right? Right. And she's still fucking up, and eventually, guess what you're going to do? You're going to make it yourself, or you're going to go get it from somewhere else.
But I also should communicate that, though.
Right, though.
That's right. I gotta communicate that, though.
No, ma'am. No.
If I did it without explaining that to her, then that's my problem.
Like apparently somebody knew what the fuck they was getting into for niggas to propose to bitches before all this. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you gotta communicate that though.
Like
you gotta communicate that.
Like that, there has to be more to the story. Like, was he staying because he had kids at home? Was his wife disabled? I'm like, why is he staying with the woman who doesn't please him and doesn't give him no sex? But then he goes over here, finds a woman that he does like, but as soon as she gets pregnant, he leaves her.
But that's the honeymoon. The honeymoon ended with that kid. It's all fun and games when you ain't got to go home.
She's still gonna make his toes curl.
Yeah, but the kid wasn't. The kid wasn't. He didn't sign up for the kid. But
you got to know if you have sex with anybody.
The reason he was with her, he said, is because she made him feel good. She made his toes curl. She was everything his wife wasn't. So you gonna tell me? I
didn't hear all that. There's a lot of this sounds like a. Damn, I'm mad that I missed out on the first 15 minutes. That sounds like a lot of context. That sounds like a lot of.
Yeah, he said a lot about her. He said a lot about her.
See, when a motherfucker, so when he gets
like, she just goes home at the end of the day. So the only time they spend together is good times. Like,
I hear you.
He's not experiencing when she's upset. He's not experiencing.
Right.
When you live with somebody,
you don't got to deal with that.
You ain't got to deal with 100% of the woman. You ain't got to deal with 100% of the woman. I got you.
That's that 80-20. That's that 80-20, right?
Hold up.
That 20 sounds great.
I'm gonna let CL go back since she's trying to get redemption. She quiet down. I'm gonna let my baby girl go back again. She got her wand up right now. I'm gonna let her answer this, and we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, go ahead, CL. Tell me something.
All I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, your happiness is your responsibility. But if I allow you into my life, I'm gonna need you to do what I need you to do for me. Even if you're not calling me every day or texting me every day, that doesn't give me the right to cheat on you. At the end of the day, loyalty runs deeper than love. If I'm loyal to you, I ain't fucking nobody else. I'm gonna just cuss your ass out every motherfucking day until you motherfucking hear it. But I don't feel like because you make my toes curl or my legs go behind my head that it gives me the right to cheat on you. But that's just
because you shouldn't have to know that.
Right, because that's just that.
I get what you say. I'm where you okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Hold on 1 second. At some point, all adults should be able to pay all the bills in their house. But it doesn't give me the right to cheat on you just because I'm mad at you. When you say that, it's not because they did this or didn't do that. You made a choice to cheat on that person, and for that reason, you ain't shit. But I'm gonna let you have that.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna
I mean, if I may, just real quick.
Go ahead. We can move on after this. Go ahead.
Like, it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the game. You know what I'm saying? They both dumb as fuck, and they both deserve each other. So that's how I feel about it.
All right, hey, we about to move on from this one right now. This shit about to get real spicy right now, right? The next topic.
Hi, Tamara.
Yo, what's up?
Hey.
It's always Delcy. I tell you, it's always Delcy.
Hey man, I'm sorry. I just had to speak because I just now recognizing motherfuckers that I know. I'm sorry, man. You know.
You good. The next one is monogamy, right?
Okay.
Why is it hard to be in a monogamous relationship? Not saying everybody, but most monogamous relationships don't end very well. So why is it hard to be in a monogamous relationship? Let's be real. Let's be real about it. Come on, Pookie. Let's go, Pookie. Let Pookie go first.
Damn, word.
My educated
because you're the one with the doctorate. Yeah, that's why.
I would say I think it's two sides to it, and I think the large part is maturity. Mm-hmm. And I think immature individuals find it hard to be monogamous. And when I say that, I think that goes back to the last topic. Like, you're not mature enough to be honest with the person that you're with. So if you're not happy, you won't just say that. You'll try to find ways on your own to find your happiness. If somebody's not doing what you need them to do, you won't talk to them about it. You'll just go out and try to figure it out yourself. And I think that is rooted in lack of maturity. So that would be my straightforward answer. But I would say it's like two versions for me. It's like the younger version and the older version. But again, I think that all goes back to maturity because the younger me didn't think monogamy made sense for a lot of reasons. Well, I won't say it made sense. I wasn't able to be monogamous. I think it always made sense. I take that back. But as I matured and I realized what I actually want out of life, I realized what I'm trying to do with my life. I then became to see monogamy as more of not just something that I wanted, but something that I needed in order to find success in the way that I wanted. So I think it's maturity, man. And that's why cats be like 60 years old when they get married. It's like, you finally matured. Like, that's facts. Old as hell. And just now about to get married. Like, but they got 9 kids, but I got married when I was 67. It's like, that's when the maturity button finally clicked for you. And then you have some cats that be doing that shit at 21 and have a clear understanding of what they're trying to do with their lives. But I think it's rooted in maturity.
Okay. Well, hey, Big Dog, what you think about that?
Monogamy, like nowadays, I'm gonna try to say it's because of social media. A lot of people competing with a whole bunch of other people showing what they got, and I mean, most people want them likes and hearts more than the actual heart that's at home working for them.
Man,
that's a
perspective. Black what you feel about that, Black B? Monogamy.
Man, it's. I think monogamy. Okay, if I'm gonna be honest and real, I think our biggest issue is we always, as far as monogamy, if that's what you and the person you with y'all agreed to, then that's what you roll with. The problem with relationships today is that we've outgrown what our grandparents and their parents and so forth, so on, has thought as of what is a man and a woman's role are only 1-to-1. We, in actuality, men on this earth, as far as civilized human beings, have actually been allowed to have multiple wives on this earth longer than they were allowed. They've been when Christianity, not even Christianity, because in the beginning of Christianity, you were allowed to have multiple wives. It's in the Old Testament, but in the New Testament, since the New Testament and on, and then when Christianity took over, men was kind of like pushed to only having one wife. So on this time on earth in history, men have been allowed to have multiple women, but we try to pigeonhole ourselves and fit into what society tells us is what you should have or you shouldn't have. And it's really about, in all honesty, not to disrespect anybody's religion or anything else, but it's really about what works for you and finding somebody that is
the same way.
what you want. So if you with somebody and you want monogamy and they want monogamy, cool. If you with somebody and she says that I want monogamy, but you can have multiple women, then you can have multiple women as long as you're still faithful to that situation. Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep. Hey TJ, how you feel about that monogamy?
I've watched my grandparents, they raised me, they loved each other to pieces, and I loved watching it. I've always wanted something like that, just seeing it and experiencing, your everyday living. But to piggyback off of what V said, like, people are still doing that nowadays anyway, no matter how you skin a cat, because guys are having multiple children's mothers, you know what I'm saying, and multiple families. That's just one big melting pot of a whole fucking family, you know what I'm saying? So as far as like, multiple wives and things is not in paper, written in stone or nothing like that, but people still doing it. People still living that life. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. What you feel about that, Liz?
I kind of agree with what everything that the men said. It's very true. Social media is part of it. It makes it very easy for you to not be monogamous and without your partner finding out. There's, secret ways to do secret messages and stuff like that. Also, what the brother said up at the top, he said, maturity. And it's very true. You need to, most men, and women these days, I won't lie. There's so much stuff out there. There's so much fun out in the world that they're just waiting to see, oh, well, what's next? Instead of like enjoying that one person who does care for you, who does love you, who does have your best interest at heart. And so, like I said, social media just makes it so much easier to just it makes it look so fabulous out there, makes it look like, ooh, they're having so much fun over there. Or, ooh, she over here dating this guy and this guy. And that's no fun. I'd rather be with somebody who has my heart, who's going to be loyal to me, like homegirl said. Like, that's what monogamy means to me. But I think it does make it difficult these days because of social media and maturity, all of that.
Okay. What's up, Tia? What you feel about monogamy?
Monogamy? I'm sorry. Monogamy is deeper than sex to me. Like, I will leave you faster because we don't have a mental or physical or spiritual connection versus physical. Because I can physically please myself. I can physically pay my own bills. But if you can't rock my world just by being there, not even intimacy, I don't want you. But that's just me.
Okay.
That's powerful.
Hey, Tia, your mic, is you on?
I'm here. My bad. I was talking. I muted my mic because I was talking and I didn't mean to talk. But,
okay.
I mean, I feel the same way. If you asking me, I mean, everybody then said the legit answers. I mean, I believe in it, but I just believe in more honesty. It's like, I mean, if you gonna have somebody else, like, why you don't think I'm gonna get tired of you too? I don't got time. Like, it's just like, you got to keep it 100. Like, we can either be together or we can be doing us and doing other shit when we ain't together. I just don't understand why people can't be honest. It's just really not that hard. Most girls don't go for the shit anyway. We put up with the shit anyway, so why not be honest? Why not just get it out the way where it don't hurt as much? But niggas, I don't understand. That's what I want to know.
You say that.
Can I say something, Miguel?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I got something too.
Hey, go ahead, Black V, and I'm because Delcy still gotta go. Go ahead, Black V.
Community. It always comes down to, no matter what type of relationship you in, whether you're monogamous or whatever the case, it's always come down to respect and communication.
Exactly.
And trust plays a part too. If you communicate what time you're on, then that's cool. I don't believe that, and I will say this, which goes back to what you talked about before, which carries over into this, from the letter to this topic, is that who says where in this world that you can only love one person?
Yeah.
Hey.
Like I don't know. Like it's no thing. And who says that? Like there is no perfect way to have a relationship. That's why you got to communicate what you want, what you don't want. Communication is a key. It will save so many headaches.
It don't even seem, but it don't seem like when dudes do that shit, they ain't even looking to love. It's like a game or like a car. It's like, what is it really like? Do you really need to stroke your ego that much that you just gotta like, or is it that much difference of a feeling that you just gotta go there? Like, come on, you getting the same type of shit. Why you just want to be able to say you did it to this one? That one
ain't always the same type.
Monogamy is different to everybody.
Hold on. Hey, Delsky. Hey, Delsky, go ahead. Let me know about your how you feel about monogamy. And Big Dog, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna have something to say on this topic too. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible because on this topic, that I really look at it like this. Unfortunately, I feel what Pookie's saying about the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you say about the maturity, you know what I'm saying? Like, it do take you to be some type of on a mature level. But at the same time, there's a certain thing within inside of every individual man that he's going to love whatever it is, whomever she is, he is, whatever, he's going to love that one person unadulterated. You know what I mean? So that means that this was the person that they chose, and it don't matter about what nobody else feel, none of that. And that takes a strong individual to be totally infatuated and in love or be surmised by this one individual. As of right now, like if we talking about a 2020 situation, it'll never happen because it's too many choices, and it's too many of the women that are too busy trying to act like a man, so to speak.
You
Because
make
they want
it
to be
too
able
many
to.
choices because ain't nobody in competition with the person that you really want to be with. But that's just my opinion.
Go ahead, Big Dog.
Listen, I mean,
My bad.
at the end of the day, that's the truth, y'all. I mean, at the end of the day, no woman nor no man wants to feel alienated by the opposite. So if you got to string another individual along to get to wherever it is that you're trying to get to, then you may or may not put up with certain situations, and it's certain situations where life imitates that same art that I have seen personally. Watch the stuff play out. Watch the shit play out like on a grandiose stage. Like, wow. And then motherfuckers want to try to, at the end of the day, you want to try to say on the back end of that, oh, well, I knew, but I didn't know. No, motherfucker, you knew the whole time.
All right. Well, hold on. Big Dog, what you got to say about that shit? Come on.
I'm going to piggyback off of Rick James and say love is one hell of a drug. I'm trying to tell you. This chick's morning breath did not stink when I was with her. You know what I mean? So I put up with a lot. And like when other chicks came around, like I ain't even look at them. I looked at other dudes looking at that chick's ass just to see how it looked today. Like I was like, no, I ain't looking at her ass. Monogamy was easy for me when I was in love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like now that ship is sailed, like I don't even see no point in it right now. Shit, I'm 40. Like I'm doing my thing. Like I'm living my life. Period. And like if she rocks my world again, and if I get that feeling again, maybe I'll jump again, like dude said, like 60, 70, maybe, or I don't know. I don't feel it though. Like that love I gave my heart, monogamy, sex ain't even a big thing. Huh?
Is it because you got hurt though? Did you get hurt?
Yeah, what changed?
It's the hurt.
Yeah. And
it's the hurt.
That's real though.
Don't nobody want to talk about that.
Yeah, Cass don't want to.
Don't nobody want to talk about it.
You take that hurt, you ball that shit up.
Now that's the real truth. Nobody really want to talk about the hurt.
True. People get hurt and they don't want to love again.
Hey,
you be like,
let me go.
Fuck that shit.
Like it almost killed me for real. It almost killed me for real. Like
that shit,
I ain't going back.
Miguel,
I ain't
Are you
going back.
sitting in your room
Hey.
crying, sad?
Hold on.
Miguel,
No.
you got that shit? Go ahead and hit that shit for me one time. Bring that shit home.
Let me hit this shit right. First of all, right, what people fucking forget is human beings is nothing but civilized animals, bro. That's first of all. We just civilized animals, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're being decoded from what we was already coded to be, just to be civilized. You know what I'm saying? That's first. That's what we don't understand. That's why a man is wired totally different from a woman. Just like you can have a cow, 2 cows outside, right? Or I'm gonna say lions. You can see a lion, he'll go around fuck every lion, and then a female lion, she'll let everybody, all the other lions hit. Because you gotta understand how we were made. You know what I'm saying? But we're civilized now, so that's something totally different now. You know what I'm saying? But as far as monogamy, I believe in it and I don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand why Muslims they have multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? Okay, when you tripping, I'm gonna be over here. Then when you done tripping, I'll be back.
I couldn't even imagine dealing with more than one at one time.
It's not as bad as you think.
It's not as bad as you think.
It's really not as bad as you think.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this in poly relationships, bro. Listen, you know how much income you can generate in a poly relationship? I'm gonna say that
and
first.
It's not
of all.
as
I'm gonna say it first of all.
It's not
And
as
second
bad
of
as
all-
you think.
And second of all, when one tripping, dog, okay, if you got one female, right? She tripping, you leave, but eventually you gotta come back home.
Oh, we're in different
But I'm gonna
places.
tell you guys something. I'm gonna tell you guys something. You guys are the key to making a poly relationship work. You got to understand, you can have 2 women who could be strong-minded, who might have some jealousy issues or whatever. But if you as a man can make both of them women feel like they are important to you, just as important as each one, that you can love them properly, that you can show them that they are the only 2 that are going to be in your world, you men can get you 2 women and be happy. But it's the men who fuck that shit up.
That's facts.
Do you agree with that?
The only way that works.
Homegirl,
The only
on the
way
phone,
that
she
works.
agree with me. She know it's true. You can have women. We don't have no problem loving another woman. We're always there.
I was just gonna say. That's the only way it works. Like
exactly.
You, as the man, like you kind of gotta.
Go ahead.
You kind of gotta be. You kind of gotta.
I'm curious now.
Well, no, you kind of gotta sit on the outside because I'm like no, because like.
Go ahead, bro. But I'm curious though.
I can't hear.
Y'all hear?
Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm currently in that current situation where I'm sitting on the sideline. I'm gonna let her pick whatever it is that she like, because if she like it, then I'm gonna like it automatically. You know what I'm saying? So
not necessarily.
Right. No, because I allowed her to get to know me.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on some, like, no, like I need to know who you are. I let her get to know me. And I told her the truth about exactly who the fuck I am and where I come
and what
from,
you wanted,
who I was, what I wanted, all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you put everything on when you put it on the table, she already know what I like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you're giving her a choice. You're giving her her own choice, her own word, her own
exactly.
Like, okay, I'm good with this, babe, because I love you and I like women too. Yes, let's find us a girl that we can make our union
exactly. So for me, it's like I'm gonna let you figure that part out. Once you bring her, all she got to do is get to know me, and then I'm gonna tell her like this: you really ain't gonna have nothing really to do with me. You got to go through her. I'm sorry, like that's just the way that it works. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I care more.
I think at some point, well, then that's not really poly then, because
no. It's gonna set up to be. It's gonna set up to be that way because she's gonna be. It's kind of like in a Muslim situation where she's the first wife. You're gonna be second.
Okay.
But check this
See
out.
what I'm saying?
Hey, we're gonna move on from this, right? I'm about to go. I need an icebreaker, man. We about to have some fun, okay? Icebreaker, right? We about to break the ice and shit. We about to have some fun, right? Check this out. If you had to name your last sexual encounter after a movie, what would it be? Talk to me. Somebody talk. Hey, Black V, talk to me. Talk to me, dog. Somebody talk to me.
Hey,
if you had to,
tugging on them heartstrings while you're in a relationship with somebody that's in love with you after watching a Notebook. And so she's sitting there crying, beating it up because she was like, she seen Jack, an old girl, fell asleep in the bed and died. And she in your arms crying. And next thing you know, you're like, it's okay, baby, I'm here. That's how we going. And she, well, next thing you know, you just start kissing, making out, I'm never going to leave you. And you just slide them to the side and just make it happen.
Well, I mean, if that's what we doing, then I'm going to go Armageddon with Bruce Willis and I'm going to go Armageddon because, yeah, the last, we got on top of that big ass rock. We had to blow that motherfucker up, and then you thought I was going to die at the end.
Nigga, did you really say Armageddon?
He said Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Because I'm missing days, and I don't want to miss a thing.
Hey, close my eyes.
Hey, hold on.
That shit. And I don't want to never, ever let you, babe.
That nigga stupid. Hey, check this out. Hey, I gotta have a woman go now. Hey, come on, TJ.
If I was to name after a movie, it has to be a movie.
Yeah, it has to be a title of a movie. If you can't think right now, you can pass.
I had one in my head. Okay. It would be How High.
Because you got long legs. You got long legs.
No, this like we took each other there like high, like
we get high.
It was like on a whole other planet. Like it was amazing.
Y'all was on Mars. You hear me, huh? Hey, come on, Pookie.
Poetic justice.
Poetic Joe, you making love.
I was about to say, yeah, that's that Tupac shit. Damn it, Tupac. Superstar. That superstar shit. It was real iconic.
I'm grown, man.
Hey, Tia, come on, talk to me, Tia. Talk to me. Talk to me.
You caught her on guard.
Come back to me. Come back.
Hey, Liz. Okay, I'll come back.
Look, she's trying to figure it out.
Come on, Liz, talk to me.
I'm gonna say something kind of like Jungle Fever.
Oh, we need context. We need context.
We got Jungle Fever.
Well, I'm a Latina, but I love you some brothers, so that's what that's about.
Hey.
You like the black.
I sure do. I love me some chocolate.
You hear me? What about Cardinal?
I'll tell you like this. I love chocolate in women and in men.
Oh, you hear me? What you say? You hear me? Hey, big dog.
I give her 2 thumbs up.
Talk to me, big dog. Talk to me.
Mine had to be Back to the Future because I got off of like a long relationship, so I went through all the ones I was looking at a long time ago, bro. Hey, what you talking about?
Big Floyd.
You keep that mental list.
Yeah, I was like, I remember you got away. Hello, how you doing? My name's Marcus. Right.
I would like to invite you.
We back to you, Tia. Talk to me now. I know you got to think of something. Talk to me.
I'ma just say baby boy.
No. Wait, what part though? What part though?
Just the fighting and gotta go through all that shit, but not actually physically all that type of shit.
No, not the like fighting.
She like that toxic dick.
Hopping around the kitchen.
Okay, check this out.
Not toxic.
I got my dog, Mr. Wilkie, in here. Mr. Wilkie, the question is, if you had to name your last sexual encounter after a movie, what would it be?
You jump right in on that one too.
Golly.
You said Purple Rain.
Wait a minute.
He said right here. I know what you did last summer type stuff.
The Mac is back.
The Mac is back.
Damn. The Mac is back.
Blaxploitation.
About the Mac.
Listen, Mr. Bendova about to talk.
Believe in me, baby.
Don't y'all motherfuckers judge me. You hear me? Huh?
Shit.
Talk to me.
Let's hear it.
He's gonna be outrageous.
Listen, I'm talking about Nicolas Cage going in 60 seconds. Talk to me. But guess what though? Listen,
What part though?
Let me finish the story though. Let me finish the story though. Listen, she thought Mr. Bendover. I was gone in 60 seconds, but she didn't know Mr. Bendover had took a pill. But listen, I was gone in 60 seconds. When that pill kicked in, that thing started coming back up like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. Oh, you and me. Oh, she thought I was finished. Oh,
That was his theme. That was his theme music in the background too.
Listen, the Rocky Balboa came on. Getting stronger.
I was in peak performance.
I had to get an icebreaker. You know, I'm always on some funny shit, but I had to change it up tonight though. But listen, we about to go to the next topic. What my dog, Yo Gotti say? Women lie, men lie, women lie, men lie. Ooh,
oh man,
talk to me. Hey, so guess what? This is my question though. So do we lie in relationships to avoid confrontation, or because we care about their feelings, bitch? Huh? Talk to me.
Because we selfish.
Talk to
That's
me.
it.
Who going first? Come on.
Me. We're selfish.
That's it.
Bottom line, you're selfish if you lie.
I think we convince ourselves that it's about protecting the other person, but it ain't.
It's not.
When it's really about protecting us.
It's about you. You don't want to go through that shit. You don't want to.
You don't want to.
You don't want to hear their shit. You don't want to go through
hear that
whatever
shit.
you gotta go through. So why don't you just lie? It's
That's
selfish.
simply about you. Every lie I told, I convinced myself to protect the
Fuck
other.
yeah, me too. Every lie, it's my. I was being selfish.
It's about me. I don't want to go through it. I don't want to cause that.
I don't feel like hearing that shit.
Yeah, I did.
Exactly.
Hey,
I don't feel like hearing that
what you
shit.
feel about that, Mr. Wilkie?
I'm sorry. It is exactly what my man said. It's all about you. It ain't about the person you
It's all about you.
It's all about you.
One time.
No matter if I get caught.
That shit about you,
man. It's a cold situation
Just
because
don't want to get caught. That's all it is.
And listen, and
What we
see,
lying
here's
about?
the thing. Everybody, right? Everybody, it's like every time it's like you want to lie, it's because you don't want to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. It reminds
That's what I
me
was
of
saying.
like,
What if you
it's
don't
like,
reach in the cookie jar though? What if you don't reach in the cookie jar? What you lying about?
well, then you ain't got no reason to lie. What you got to lie about if you ain't
I
doing
mean,
shit?
shit, you can lie about a bunch of things. Let's say a guy gets off of work and he tells his girl, "Oh, I'm staying late," but you know what he wants to do? He just wants a little time for himself. He's gonna go hang out with the boys, go have a couple.
No. Let me give you an example. Your girl don't got eyebrows, but she go upstairs and she come down with some big ass eyebrows. What the hell you say?
I'm like, you gotta develop a relationship.
I mean, if you got a cool relationship with your girl,
Is you gonna be honest? Is you gonna be honest and say, "Oh my God, you look like a clown"?
Yeah, if you're cool with your girl, if she go crazy.
Right.
If she look like a clown.
Really?
Hold on.
I don't want to leave the house.
Because I was honest. Bro. I'm honest.
You a brave man.
Nah, look.
Hold. Y'all done got out of control. My girl TJ Toe Jams. TJ, she had
I'm about to punch you in the face.
I gotta bring that Rand shit back. Toe Jams. Hey, listen.
What's wrong with me?
Talk to me.
No, not Toe Jam and Earl.
Talk to me. Why?
You know that does not mean no motherfucking toe jam. Well, I can't speak for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, to piggyback off of what Anthony has said earlier, like, it's all about maturity. The younger me, yeah, I lied. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, I'm like, off rip. Hey, you know, I got other options. You know what I'm saying? Like, dribble or shoot. Ain't no lying about nothing. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, people choose to do what they do. People can't help who or what they are. You either real with yourself or you ain't. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If you lying to somebody, you lying to yourself for real.
Okay. Come on, Black V. Holler at me.
Why is you keeping this motherfucker here?
Holler at me, Black V.
I think, man, I don't know. My policy is I can't lie because I'm too lazy to lie. So Shit, it's too much work. I gotta remember what the fuck I said.
A lot to remember. Yeah.
That shit works.
Do you know how much it takes the continuation on the live? It's longer than an 82 season league basketball game. Like,
It keeps going.
like, man, you got to figure out.
Women's
Okay,
memory
so
is impeccable, man.
it's amazing. Listen. When they really want to find out some shit, you're dead. You might
And
as well
women, we
just
are
hang it up.
investigative people. We are
'Cause they're
investigative
gonna
people.
find
I'm
out.
good at it.
They're
not
gonna
good
find
enough.
out.
We
I'm not good
will.
enough
They're
at mine.
going. You're dead.
Nah,
Oh, this. Oh, so
They
he
have-
sent me a text
Let
message
Tia go. Let
at
Tia go.
6:29 when he normally send me text messages at 5:48. I know what time he get off. It takes him 27 minutes to get home, to take a shower, get him something to eat.
That's a rule, man. That's too much. Like,
They got great memory
wow. Like, go
until
ahead,
they come
man.
in.
No, that's how cold and calculating y'all really are when y'all really give a
All
shit.
that.
Be honest with
If
you.
you
the
don't
only
give a
reason we
fuck, you
doing-
don't
the only
care.
reason we doing
What
that
he's
is because we
saying
supposed
is
to be doing the same shit you doing. I'll tell you that much.
Ooh, I do it so
Hey,
much
hold
better
on.
Things we
too.
want
Hey,
with
hold
it,
on. Go ahead, Mr. Boogie.
sometimes it gets one-sided.
What you
It
say,
gets
Mr.
really
Boogie?
one-sided one time then.
You get one-sided?
Yeah, it gets one-sided.
Okay.
Well,
Hey,
see,
go ahead,
they
T.
try to make it seem like it don't, but it does.
Mhm.
What you mean by that?
We got a lot.
When it comes to decision making about certain things, it's like playing chess with a female version. You're already 2 moves ahead of us
I follow.
in this chess game. So the only thing that's
Yeah,
gonna make
okay.
a difference is you're gonna have to make the moves closer, but you'll never win this game.
I don't even try to play it, man.
You can't even try to play the game because you're already 2 moves behind.
I'll end up with your
Man,
feelings.
because they playing with different rules too at the same
More than
time.
two
Now,
moves behind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, hold on.
That ace in the hole is male ego.
He said they can bring men back and shit.
That male ego, you gonna lose.
You know, hell, I give up on this damn conversation here because hell, I can't keep up with what's going on. Because it changes every so often. They throw confusion in there just for that very reason, for you to stop damn asking questions. That is the smart part about a female. The smart part about y'all. Now, you're trying to bag them in a corner, you ain't nowhere in the hell. You will not back one in the corner. Oh no, don't smile. Don't smile. Y'all know y'all.
They ain't saying nothing. They ain't giving us nothing.
You got dumbasses that y'all deal with, and they go for that nonsense. And then you got the ones that are smart that just fuck it. I ain't gonna try to deal with this nonsense today. Oh my God, I just got off from work. I done dealt with these white folks. I done dealt with all this crazy, and then I gotta come on and deal with this.
I ain't got time.
Dirt off my ass from the day, and I still got to deal with the game here.
Right. I feel it. Go ahead. You done, Mr. Boogie?
So when you talking, you think nobody's not listening, but they are. Then they're asking the question. This is what men think about. Do I want to deal with this today? Do I want to debate today? And then you say, well, I don't want this conversation. No, they just because they ain't damn, they tired of damn, they want to go through it today. That's the actual truth.
It make you think you want and shit.
You do not want to deal with it today. There are days when you want to go to blows with them and sit and want to argue toe to toe, knowing that you ain't gonna win, but you will try. But you will try and not succeed.
Go ahead, Tia. Let me go.
I ain't got nothing different to say for real. I mean, I don't think people.
TJ,
I mean,
appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. See y'all. It's nice
Hey, good seeing you.
Bye.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, hon.
Likewise.
No, I ain't got nothing different to say. You can
check this
I
out,
pretty
check
much
this
feel
out,
the same
because-
way.
Let me tell
Keep
y'all
the
something.
tricks.
Hey, I'm with my dog. Listen. I'm with Big Dog up there, right? Now he keeping that shit funky. My answer's with him, right? Dog, motherfuckers lie every day in relationships, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, it's a two-edged sword. It's like if your wife do something or your lady does something because she feel it makes you happy, and it makes her happy, even if you don't like it, you're going to deal with it because it makes her happy. You see him? You see, we do that all the time. He made a perfect example. If
Hey, women do it too, though.
Listen. Hey, listen, Liz, I'm gonna get to that too next. I'm gonna listen. Let me finish. I'm gonna let y'all go listen because, like he said, if she takes her time to put on them big ass eyebrows and it made her feel good, and she feel like I'm looking good for you, you should accept that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, damn, I'm going out here. She looking like a fucking clown. So it's a two-edged sword. But guess what? But when you be honest with her, I can never please you. I can't do.
First of all,
right.
No, it's in
now.
Let me go.
Now, my son ran away. My son ran away in fear also before I said anything, though. So, I mean, I'm just telling you.
Right.
Like,
so check this out, right? So now you got this situation with the man, right? A woman falls in love with a man because of his personality. He's a hard worker. But guess what? A woman will stay with a nigga with a little dick and appreciate that little dick her whole life because he's a
and tell him it's big though.
And tell him it's big, and she will lie to him. So listen. This is where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
People lie. It's a lie, but it's kind of crazy because you protecting the person because you love them. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, you can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what love make you do. That's what love make you do. It make you love, accept all that shit. Yeah.
So but that go back to where we started. Is that a lie for you? Or is that a lie for them?
Because now, what if she feel like she looks cute or whatever, and you don't think she looks cute for the rest of y'all relationship?
Well, I mean, why you get her then? Why you with her?
But that's
I'm just being real out here. What you talking about? They got all these different types of makeups to make these chicks look porcelain face. I like naturalness.
Honest, like eventually that shit gonna run out. I'm like this. I don't like your eyebrows.
No, I was honest.
I like eyelashes on you, but I think those are too big. I think you look cute. I just think that like you can say that without being like lying completely. Like
no, I like your creation. Like I like your creation. It was a piece of artwork to me.
Damn, I don't know how to take that.
You can't say
she
that.
painted her face, bro. She painted her face.
You can say that. I think you look good with makeup, but I think that's a little too much.
But if she's
that's not how it started. That's not how it started. That's not how it started. You had smaller eyebrows than me. Now you matching me?
Bro,
but
your son got smart.
You can't say that.
Your son got real smart. When she asked you that question, and when he cleared the room, you should have cleared with him.
Hey, don't ask me then. Don't ask me my opinion then.
I'm gonna be
all in the way that you say it, you know.
Right.
Exactly.
And then what it is with women is that when we say shit, sometimes we be saying shit because we be thinking it'd be funny in our head, but they don't take that shit.
Facts. I get in trouble on the radio.
I hear you.
Because I'm saying this because I know I'm guilty because I just say shit at random, like, man, like, yeah, baby, you doing one thing, and I just and she just sit here and look at me and be like,
can I put you in the situation though? You worked your midnight shift. You done stayed up all night. You done cook breakfast for the kids. Got them off to school. You done clean the house. You sitting there playing your game, playing 2K. She come downstairs like blink, and you like, what the fuck? It scares you. It scares you, bro.
Oh, you talking about without the wig on, no makeup on and shit, right?
No, just the eyebrows matching my beard, like.
I mean that's what happened. I mean, but see, I'll be already. This is what I'm saying. You have to be prepared for that because I take a wet wipe to my chick face immediately to make sure so that I know what I'm dealing with, and I snatch your wig off too so I can see what you look like without that bitch on. Especially only if it's me and you. If it's just me and you, then I will, because I need personally. I want to see for myself. So once I know for myself, we cool, we good to go. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Whoever you choose to be, whenever you choose to be here, I'm with that. But I know who you look like.
Right.
And I'm cool with that.
I fell in love with her, not that piece of painting that she got on.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, before I get into the last question, my last question, bro. Hey, listen, Deep Throat Conversations, man. Listen, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And for all my new guests, if you hit me up on my Facebook or my inbox, I will send you a motherfucking deep throat conversation shirt. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
deep throat
yeah, that's
conversation
nice.
shirt.
It glows in the dark too, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's
the
what's
new
up.
added
And
that's the new
also,
added feature.
and also, this nigga stupid. And also, check out my Instagram, Jetfly Coven 83 on my Instagram. I'm gonna get into this last one, man. I got some shit I gotta do. You hear me, huh? You about to get to the last one real quick. It's about to be a spicy one right here. Some of y'all women about to get mad. You know what I'm saying? What y'all feel about submit? Oh my goodness! Listen, do men take submitting too far, or do women just need to be more submissive?
I'm gonna
Ladies
say
first.
my answer for when I hear all the men say what they got to say.
You ain't gonna like what I say.
Let's go, big dog. Let's go, big dog.
Well, I was as my fellow dudes would probably call me, the bitch in the situation. I was the one that was submitting so much. Like, I made her my queen so much she thought she was my king. Like, and it like flipped the script on me. And then when I started trying to get the power back, it was like
It's too late.
she didn't like that shit. She ain't like that shit.
You created a
And
monster.
I'm like, yeah. So like it was my fault, you know what I mean? I can't blame her. But damn it, like that it was crazy. Like that submission thing is a some game. Cause like I said, like no matter what it was, like the houses we lived in, like the schedule I worked, like I worked midnight. I got off of work at 7 a.m, but I'm still getting the kids off to school while she was sleeping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Where's your
I
breakfast?
wanted, huh?
Where's your breakfast? Where's your dinner for you to go to sleep on? Where's that at?
I had to wait for her to get up at 12 o'clock to eat her out.
Damn.
You mean food? Oh, you mean food?
Yeah, I'm like, y'all
Yeah.
wasn't on the same page, but that's still crazy.
That's the. I mean, like.
But that should be available at that time too.
Facts.
Well, I mean, like it was more or less like if you bothered sleep, it was crazy. Like I was going in the room with with my phone, like getting the clothes and spraying it with wrinkle releasers and getting the kids ready for school, just not to bother her because she was like, "Oh, I need sleep because I got disabilities and stuff." And I'm like, okay. But then as soon as she left me, she's healed in the name of Jesus, though. You know what I mean? But that ain't neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is, I submitted
She took advantage of the situation, bro.
I submitted like so much, bro. Because I was like, before Happy Wife, Happy Life was invented, I was already living by it because I was raised by my mom, and all I knew was the physical aspect of everything.
I was
You know
just
what I mean?
gonna ask that question. That was
I didn't know that I had to sit there and praise a woman every day about how she looked because my mom was a strong woman. You know what I mean? I ain't had to sit there and be like, oh, you know what? You look pretty today. No, you could wake up pretty because my mom said, I don't give a fuck. What'd you say? I'm pretty, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like, I was able to be raw with my mom. I know that she wasn't my mom, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is like, strong women, like you're able to be raw with. And at first, that's what I had was somebody who was raw. But then after a while, when she started doing what she was doing, it was different. And when I tried to gain that power back, like, look, I said you could have like whatever hair color you want, dress whatever style you want. You said what hair color? I said natural. You went peacock. You said what hair color? I said natural. You went green or blue. You know what I mean? Do your thing. I'ma love you how you is. As long as you know what I mean, understand that if I'm not feeling it, you ain't gonna be getting it as much. Just that's how it is. Like, you know what I mean? I can't sit there and be like Captain Kirk out here making love to a different chick all the time and I'm married. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who is you? Who is you? Like every day, like waking up, like what chick she gonna be? Like I submitted, bro.
So Black V, how you feel about that? Do you think men is off the charts with, you know, having their wife submit, or you think they just not the modern day woman now is just not submissive?
I think, oh man, this is crazy. This kind of hit home. I think I'm gonna generalize, but this is not on every woman. I believe that the modern day woman has been pushed so much about being independent and not needing a man, and our sisters have been put in this position to, like, because of how society is and because a lot of men have failed at their duties, a lot of women are out there challenging men in the workplace, challenging men just in the world, period. And I think it's more of it's a conditioning, a survival mode that women have had to come into, because there's just a lot of men out there. Well, society tells you that there's a lot of men out there that's not shit, when there are a lot of men, but you just have that. Like, our grandmothers were submissive, but I can remember our grandmothers telling our aunts and our sisters, don't take no shit from no man, you know, and pushing them to be strong and independent and have their own and so forth. So we just at a crux right now, like, where you want to be submissive, you want to respect what your woman is doing, but you still want your respect too. And it goes back again, and I'll always preach this, like, communication. You got to find somebody who is, I hate the word equally yoked, but who's on that, you two are on the same level. You know what the hell you want and what works for you. And that way you can be submissive to each other in certain ways. Like, if she's got strong suits in a relationship in certain aspects, like she's better financially with stuff, so therefore you have her handle the stuff while you go. And I don't want to say pay.
That's how it was. That's how it was.
Yeah, you find what works for you two, but you still have to have, she still has to have that respect for you, and that respect. It's about respect. I don't think a man minds being submissive to a woman in certain ways if she's still gonna respect him in the aspects that he needs to be respected as a man and to feel as a leader, and then vice versa. As a woman doesn't mind being submissive if a man's gonna respect her and make her feel like he's not taking advantage of it. And I think we've got too many. Society has people in fear with letting go and being able to accept being submissive, and also accept the risk with it. And so I think for me, it's just society has put us here. Everybody's afraid. Everybody's afraid to let go. Women are afraid and don't trust some of us men, and some of it deservedly and some of it not, to be the leaders we need to be. And also we, we afraid that if we be submissive, then she gonna take advantage of me, think me I'm some weak ass nigga. Then she gonna go around and get this bum ass dude because he talks to her all crazy and shit like that. And then he come in the picture and he ain't shit. He don't even taking care of business like I take care of business. But because this nigga talk to you all crazy, you think like he a strong dude. So
this guy spoke my whole story right there. What you talking about?
Fear is the biggest motivator. If you want to get people to do anything in life or to change a whole culture or something like that, you instill fear. And right now, as a society, especially in the black culture, black men and black women have a fear and don't trust each other enough to let go, to be vulnerable, or to accept and respect each other. And I don't know how we get out of this conditioning of that.
Okay, hey, let me get a woman's point of view. Tia or Liz, go.
Okay, I'll go. I'll say what is your name that just spoke?
Oh, you can call me Black V.
Black V. So you touched on all kinds of subjects that I completely agree with you with. But I'm going to tell you from a lot of experiences from speaking to a lot of females. I'm an older woman. I'm 49. I'll be 50 this year. So I've been through a whole lot of stuff in my life. So I know I look good. I know.
Amen.
As you hey, let the church say amen.
I thought I was on here. What you talking about?
But I'm gonna tell you right now, the person that I was when I was in my 20s, I trusted my man. I never doubted what he told me. I go hang out with your boys. You're going to go to the barbershop. You're going to go shoot. Whatever you're going to go do you. I want you to still live your life and be happy because I trust you. I'm thinking you love me. I love you. But I'm going to tell you throughout my life, when men have disappointed me, that submissiveness that you want to give a man is hard to give because you've dealt with so much bullshit from men that, okay, it's like you said, you're scared. You're scared to give that part of you. And for a woman, I'm a very submissive woman, but I got to know that the person I'm submitting to loves me and is going to protect me and has my best interest at heart. And a lot of times, most of these men are selfish and they lie to you. So when you try to even give them that little bit of submissiveness that you want to, because believe me, naturally, women want to be submissive to you, men. I want you to know that. We naturally want to fit in a role that God made us to be, and a submissive woman, and let our man lead us. But there's not enough men out there in this world that give us the confidence to know, or to the confidence to be like, okay, I could be a submissive woman. I don't have to be a hardcore woman. I don't have to stand up because I know my man got that. We don't have that in society no more. It's hard to find those type of men. And like you said, oh, it's not all the men are bad, but shit, that percentage is really fucking small. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's not a lot of good fucking men out there. There's not a lot of good men who are going to lead us properly. So that's
They lost one. They lost one a little bit ago.
Go ahead, Mr. Wilkie. Go ahead, Mr. Wilkie.
What she's saying is how they was raised. If you was raised in a 2-parent household and you had a dad that was there, the only person you had to look up to is that man. And the way he led the example of his house is the way you're gonna run your house. That's your programming from him. I mean, I'm gonna say it like this, my brother, the one who's raised by his mom. My mom can only give you so much.
Yes, sir.
She can give you that love. She can give you that attention. She can teach you how to be a attentive person, but he can't teach you how to be an alpha male.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to learn that from a man.
From a man.
Right.
All of the things that men being taught how to run their house, how to treat their wives, come from a 2-parent household. Watching your dad work with your mother and all that stuff. You can't. I mean, these young guys today in these single parents, families, household, losing some of that aspect. Some of them losing the male part of their lives. Mm-hmm. And they need to have that in their lives in order to be able to do better. And then they turn out to be bad seeds and they're making mistakes. They're doing these little young boy things in a relationship. And I mean, why be in a relationship and you're not ready for no relationship?
Yep, 100% right there.
And then you got 6 kids, and I can't understand why you got 6 kids by 4 baby mamas, and I'm sitting there and you got them all running around like this a big deal. I mean, back when we was coming up, that was wrong. I mean, that was totally wrong. You couldn't have no kids if you wasn't married. Right. Nowadays, it's just like it's natural. It's a natural thing. They changed everything. Everything's changed.
It ain't that they changed. It ain't that they changed everything.
Go ahead, Tia.
My bad.
Go ahead, Tia.
I think it's the opposite of what he said, because honestly, most men that come from single moms are the best dudes. The ones that come from the 2-parent household is the ones that feel like they should get submission when they ain't leading nowhere.
Hey, Tia,
like, honestly.
Hey, Tia, I gotta say this. I gotta say this real quick. I'm gonna let you go. But I'm gonna tell you something about a man who was raised with their mom. 9 times out of 10, that man gets ran over by a strong woman.
Yes.
In a relationship. I'm gonna say that. Keep going.
I feel you, but when you got I wouldn't do, like, I'm very submissive and I want to be, but like she said, like, I've been dealing with so much bullshit, and these is from people with 2-parent households, every last one of them, and it's been some bullshit every time, and it's like every time I meet somebody, it's like, okay, I just get less and less want to do some shit. Like, I don't got time to be doing all this for some unreal shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's pointless. Like, how strong do I have to be to keep putting my all into some shit for nothing? Like, I don't have time for that. But I really think it's the opposite, though. It seemed like, I don't know.
That's a deep.
Like,
I just really wish I knew what battles to choose. Like, cause I just went off whenever what did you talk about? Like, I don't know. But like he said, like, there were certain things that I need to learn, like, about how to even speak to them ones that want to be submissive, I guess, because once you want to be submissive and I try to be aggressive, if I come off too strong, then it's going to be abusive. You know what I mean?
It is. If I didn't already said, like, I'm like, this is what I used to, I can't deal with this shit no more. Like, why do you think I'm gonna submit to something I just told you that I don't like? Like, what part of it do I get out of this? Like, I mean, what am I getting? I just get to be a puppet and not, you know what I mean, have what I want to do. Like, I don't know. Or how I feel ain't important. Like, I don't know.
But that's communication. I mean, that's honest and real communication about what you want,
It
what
is.
you don't want, what you expect, what you don't expect. I think
Right.
what Mr. Wilkie said about just about with the father not with the men not learning how to be men or not knowing how to be men, and a woman can't show a man how to be a man. It also has it's just we've changed. We're not the same in a sense where the thought process, how we handle things, the men and the women's relationship role in society has changed. And now you have these strong career oriented women who go out, and a lot of them are bosses, and so it's hard for them to come home and turn that off. And then you have a lot of men who now have women bosses, so it's just different things. But all that can be avoided with communication. All this mix up,
Right.
all this hurt, this pain.
Communication is everything.
Communication. Know who
It's
you. If you
everything.
don't know who the hell you is, they understand you. If you don't have self-love, the self-understanding,
Yeah.
you don't do no good.
Already?
You don't fall in your relationship.
Oh yes.
You don't
I'm
be
with
Yeah,
you.
because you can have conversation all day long. If you're not open to that conversation, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
because communication is it's not communication.
Yeah.
If only one person is talking. If one person is talking, the other person doesn't understand or isn't listening. So communication, you have to have a willing participant in order for it to be actual communication. Somebody
Hey,
talk.
let me get it back. Let me get it back real quick. I
Okay.
got two people that haven't went yet, and I haven't went. Hey, Pookie, go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. I was really just trying to take some time to listen. I have a better understanding of how I see submission at this point in my life, but I was trying to really process like how I got there. So when I think about submission, so I'm gonna be vulnerable, transparent in a moment. So I had like real low self-esteem, like junior high school, early college. Then I started to realize like in the like junior, senior year of high school, going into college, like girls liked me. So I started to really explore that, and I'm just being a buck. Like, so I was fucking everybody because this was a new space for me, and I didn't completely understand it. So I'm like, I'm naturally a nice guy, but I was realizing that I was really dealing with and working through the perspective of nice guys finish last, because I was realizing like the nicer I was to somebody, the worse they treated me. And when I literally did this to someone to see how it would go. So I met this girl, I was a complete asshole. I'm talking about 2 a.m. Texas. Hey, I just want some pussy. They like pull up. And then I transitioned after some months because I literally started to like the girl. And now I'm switching to be like, hey, let's go grab lunch. And they're like, nah, I'm busy. All right, what you like? You free around dinner? Nah, I got something to do. So it's like now that I'm actually acting like I like you, you're not even giving that shit back to me. I'm like, but if when I hit you in the middle of the night, you was with all of the shits. Like, so I was real confused by that. So then, and I was trying to take some notes of this too. So I think submission is like based in trust. And this is like an earlier, mature version of me mixed with a younger version of my experiences. But I'm like, no woman will trust them, will let a man lead them or be submissive to that man if they don't trust him. I gotta trust that you're not about to drive this car off a cliff. Like, I have to trust that because I got my own shit going on. And we mix that with societal views that says like a man don't need a woman. I gotta trust you to give you this space to lead me. Like, and that's just if what I experienced. It is what it is. I do agree that there's a lack of examples at this point, and I don't know if that's true in the sense of like actual households, but it is true in the sense of like what media portrays. Like, you don't see happy couples no more. You don't see that shit. You see people, women being very independent, bossing up, living life on their own, all of that. But it's like, I don't know if that's the reality of life. I came from a 2-parent household, and I share the perspective of Miguel, where even in a 2-parent household, my mom to this day has a lot of capital in what I do. And I don't know how I feel about that. But if my mom, like right now, and I'll say that across the board with my siblings, we having a birthday party for my uncle tomorrow. My sister wasn't going to come. My mom called her, made her feel guilty, and she came. And I'm like, she could have done that with any of us because of the capital that she has. So I find myself allowing that to happen in relationships where if the girl that I'm with makes me feel guilty, I'll do what she wants me to do. And I really had to work through that, but I know where that comes from. And that's like counseling and all that shit. And I'll be honest about my time spent in counseling. Seeing therapists. I'm like, you got to figure that shit out. But I think ultimately I got to the point where I am currently in, and I was trying to be in a relationship that is mutually submissive. So it's like now I am doing my best to meet the needs that you need, but you are also doing the best to meet the needs that I need. And it's like, we picked, and I heard somebody share about paying the bills and things like that. So we've really, and this was over time, trial and error. So I ain't gonna act like shit was just sweet, but it's like we really had to figure out who was better at what and allow that person to lead in that space. I am better financially than my fiance is. She allows me to lead in that space. She is much better financially at maintaining the space that we're in, and I allow her to lead in that space. So it's like, what can I do to help you be successful in making sure this shit don't crash? And she's like, what can I do to help you be successful in making sure this shit don't crash? And I'm like, that is what I found works best for us. I did want to go back to and Big Dog, did you say you lived in Farrell?
Yes, sir.
I'm in Hermitage. We should link up sometime and grab a beer. I'm like probably around the corner from you, for real.
I'm down.
And I go back to your situation because you were being a good guy.
Right.
And somebody took advantage of that shit. And now I hear you say, and I ain't trying to counsel you or no shit like that. I hope you're receiving it that way. But I hear you say, like, now I ain't really even with that shit no more. And it's like, man, you can't allow somebody to take that away from you because they didn't appreciate who you were. It just was the wrong person.
It takes a strong man to be how you are, brother. To be the man that you were. And that's a leader.
Like, don't lose that, because
I agree.
Yeah, like don't
lose love. I mean, love is beautiful. Don't lose that.
I say that because I was there before, and that shit hurt. And you like, fuck that. I ain't never gonna love nobody again, for real. And I spent a long time pushing good people away because I was all fucked up. Yeah, literally, it wasn't until I went through therapy I had to put that shit together and be like, you know what, that's not right. It's not fair to me that I'm no longer allowing people to love me because somebody took advantage of the love that I give.
But I mean, just to put something in, like you gotta kind of take some fault for that relationship being that long, because you knew it wasn't right and you was there for that long. You let yourself be there that long. So don't blame yourself. Don't take away falling in love with somebody over that you dealt with.
Let me not discredit. I'm sorry. I let me not discredit. The whole relationship was not like that. Like once, because marriage was never important to me. Because all I knew is that I was going to be there when my kids was going to be there. You know what I mean? So when I got that positive pregnancy test, when I got that positive pregnancy test, it was like for life is what I'd seen this lady as. That was that was it.
That's what every man said.
And then like that's when I started doing the research about marriage and things like that, and finding out the importance, and first of all, the importance of it to her made me submit to the thought of marriage. You know what I mean? Because I just knew I'm just going to be here for life. But then it was like, once we got married, she realized, like, this is just my perspective. That who I was isn't who she wanted to be with. Like, I went to school for making video games, but now video games is the devil. Like, you know what I mean? Like talking like everything was like the bad things that I was doing. Like, look, I smoke too much, I drink too much, I need to stop this, I need to stop that, I need to change, and oh well, this, that. I'm like, hold on, what?
Well, you just wanted another child.
Right. Yeah, I mean, but you was the one in the garage telling me to switch from 2 blunts to 2 blunts from one. You was like, roll another one, like DJ Khaled, another one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And I'm in there, all right. You see why I smoked the whole damn time. Like, but I'm just saying, like, and then like I was created this way by her this whole time.
Did that come after after y'all had kids and such, or after y'all got married?
We had one child first after 8 years, and then we got married after 10 years together.
And then that's when the changes came?
And then that's when the changes came.
Yeah, she set that up.
Hey, check this out, because I had skipped the question. We kind of been here long too. I'm gonna kind of fast forward this up a little bit. It's called Play Your Role, right? I don't think I ain't asked it, did I? It's called Play Your Role. I'm kind of fucked up right now. So check this out, right? Play your role. And it kind of goes off submissive, the submit one, right? It said, what is a man's and a woman's role in a relationship? And I'm gonna go ahead and go first because I didn't answer the submit thing, right? I have a big problem. My biggest problem with what I'm is my thing is this. You can put a relationship in a if you never played sports, you would never understand a team concept. You know what I'm saying? You would never understand how the team works, because even in a team, I don't have to like you for us to play well on the court. People always say you have to like you. No, you don't. You don't have to like me. because you have a goal and an objective. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. So if you don't understand the team concept, like you will never understand how to play your role in a relationship, right? My thing is this: if I have to get all the rebounds, all the points, I got to coach, I got to get all the assists. It's like it gets to the point like, well, what the fuck do I need you for then? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, with playing your role, it's like if you just do your part. No, I'm the point guard. Let me run the point guard, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You been on a team with somebody, he know he can't shoot, and he always want to shoot like he's Steph Curry and shit, but you know you can't dunk. Why you keep trying to dunk the damn ball? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, if you play what you good at and let me do what I'm good at, and let's just run this thing, and it goes back to even what you were saying with the submitting part. You know what I'm saying? You got to have an understanding where you at in your life with things, with like you were saying with the financial thing. Okay, I'm good with bringing in the money, but I'm not good at orchestrating.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So okay, let me bring it. Okay, so my thing is this. Okay, so it gets like this, Pookie. A man goes out, works 14, 16 hours. So it's two things a person can't have at one time. That's time and money. Even a rich person ain't got all the time in the world because they got to keep moving. So you can't have time and money at one time. So you always going to have a breadwinner in a relationship. And most likely, whoever's a breadwinner, they have to spend more time out to make the money. So now, why is the person who's home all day or work a couple hours feel like when you come home, oh, you're supposed to clean up too and certain things? Not saying there's certain things that I shouldn't do, but if I'm out 16 hours, the last thing I'm thinking about is coming home and helping you fucking clean up and dry something.
Clean up anything.
And clothes. You feel me? You feel me? So it's
you
just
like the dirt ain't even mine. I wouldn't even.
Right. So how do y'all feel about that? We're gonna try to I ain't trying to make everybody go rush through this, but how do y'all feel about a person's what you feel is a man's role and a woman's role in a relationship, or just a person's role in a relationship, period?
I think it's what Black V said, man. All that shit go back to communication. Like, I feel like all of this shit is rooted in communication. Like, because like you said, I came home and you expected me to clean. Like, did we communicate our roles in this relationship? And did we agree with that? Like, ain't no way. I would say, and I'm gonna say ain't no way, but from my perspective, ain't no way I should have been there 16 hours and I come home and gotta wash the dishes. It's like, because I'm pretty sure them dishes ain't mine. And then on top of that, I worked all day. Like, so I'm paying a water bill in order to wash those dishes, and I still gotta wash them. Like, and I ain't even saying now those dishes belong to you, because that's more of a conversation piece as well. But it's like really getting on the same page of what you do and what I do to sustain this household. Like, conversation, communication is the foundation of everything we talked about. Like, y'all got to be on the same page, and everybody's shit gonna look different, and you got to be okay with that. And I think what we talked about is how social media and all that stuff come into it. We get blinded by that because social media will say, "Girl, you supposed to be." Or for the guy, you supposed to, and it's like, no, you ain't supposed to do none of that shit. You supposed to do what works for you and yours. Like, that's it.
You and yours.
That is it. You and yours. And if that shit works for y'all, that's what y'all do. You can't get online and let somebody be like, I'm on the beach all the time. Like, you feel like you supposed to be, but you the one that sits at home and the money that is made is allocated to take care of the situation that y'all in. Like, it may not necessarily be enough money to go do all the stuff you see on social media, but you feel you're supposed to have it because you've seen it all day. Like, so it's like, really, man, figure out what works for you and yours, communicate that shit through, play your part, and y'all will be straight. Like, but most people don't do that.
Mr. Wilkie, what you feel about that, Mr. Wilkie?
First of all, I'm agreeing with my man there when it comes to social media. Social media corrupts the relationship too.
That shit is blinding, man.
And I mean, nowadays it changes everything.
It's hard to compete when you got people sitting there like, "Good morning, beautiful," and you got off of work, and she be like, "How I look?" and you be like, "I don't know." Like,
I'm tired. That's how you look. You look like I'm tired.
I ain't even been on Facebook like that. You know what I mean? I ain't liked your picture. There's so many hearts and likes on that during that 18-hour shift. Like, what you talking about?
but it's like that dude that's sending all the messages. It's his girl that's the breadwinner and doing all of the work. So he got none of the time. Like,
right, bro. Like, you know.
But that's where the communication,
it's a tragic
play.
Everybody got a situation.
Because it feel great. It's dopamines, man. Make somebody feel
listen,
like they on the
and that's the thing. And see, that's the other thing. Is people is looking for instant gratification.
Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, male or female, You know what I'm saying? Especially when you bring in this social media. I can instantly get some sort of instant gratification if I post. If I'm a female and I post a half naked picture, I'm gonna get some likes. If I'm a dude, if I'm a dude and I just got my hair cut and I throw on a fly ass Gucci outfit with Louis Vuitton or some outrageous, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I know I look good. Instant gratification. It's instant gratification. At the end of the day, social media has made you have a relationship is between two people, not a few people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you dealing with social media, you're adding not just a few people, you adding a few hundred motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And you got now and then like he said, with the beautiful good morning, beautiful inboxes and all of that shit. So now guess what else you got? You got a nigga jumping in the inbox telling you about how your nigga cheating on you because he might not even be cheating, but he trying to plant that seed that, oh well, this is how I would do you, queen. And if
yeah.
Sound good, don't it?
And then she, not to mention, she was already looking on other chicks' Facebook talking about, oh, my man ain't bring me roses home from work.
Whoa.
Oh, my man ain't do this. My man ain't do that. So then it's always like a competition and shit. Like everybody posting pictures.
Never met before.
The competition.
Looking for that fantasy relationship.
Hey,
social media brings a fantasy relationship to you.
And have that shit be a lie though. It don't even be real. Yeah. They sell flowers and posting about that shit.
Anthony said it
done corrupted the whole society. Because you got a fantasy relationship, what you should be doing.
Right.
He did this. I think you should be doing the same thing.
Right.
Do what?
What hitting people up like good morning, beautiful?
Yeah, and even that.
And listen,
opposite sex think of is going to be you're going to have to try to match up with that.
Hold up, Dusty. And let Black V go. Let me hear what you got to say.
Yo, and all in all, it's again, I will never stress it enough. And Anthony hit it on the head, and we had to talk about enough people don't go to counseling for this situation. And the main thing is you go to couples counseling. The main thing they sit there, they tell you is being used to help you two work on your relationship is the communication you two have with each other. There's always going to be communication, and social media is a whole nother rabbit hole you can go down with the effects of that and how it affects us in our life. But as far as playing your role, it's communication. It should be understood what you expect, what you don't expect, how you want your relationship to be before you even say in them vows. And if you're really trying to get to know a chick and just not from smashing it, you knock her up and then you choose to be with her, then those conversations are really, really had, and you're finding out everything as far as what you tolerate, what you don't tolerate, what you want, what you don't want to have. And if you're not communicating that shit, then it's like it's a lost cause. Like you're going to create more headache and more pain. So a man's role is you get lost in the sauce and you be fucked up in a relationship trying to go ahead and play a role that one, either you're not prepared for or is not your strongest suit. Like Anthony said, like, yo, we went through all this and this different certain things and stuff like that with marriage, not with our relationship and with the bills and stuff like that. And it came down to, yo, she's a stronger person at handling those responsibilities. Let me pass that on to her so she knows what to take out of my check when I get paid to go pay whatever the case. And she handles all that.
I make the money, she spend it.
Right. You know what I mean? And that's what worked for them. And Mr. Wookie's relationship, he could probably be the more responsible financial person, and he may sit there and go handle everything. It's just about stop trying to fit the stereotype of what social media, what your mom and your dad relationship was, what your neighbors, what your brother and your sister's relationship was, and build a relationship that works best for you two. If you communicate what you want, what you don't want, what you're good at, and be honest about your shit, what you're good at, what you're not good at. And please make sure that when you fuck around with these people and meeting these people, that these people know who the fuck they is and what the fuck they want in life. Like, don't be dating people who run around here with all these, and I'm not knocking nobody for having insecurity or different things like that. But listen, if they don't love themselves, there's no way in the hell They don't love and know themselves. There's no way in hell that they're gonna be able to love you the right way and give you all they can, because they can't even give it to their damn self.
Facts.
So-
Hey, let me let Liz go real quick. No females didn't go. Let me let Liz go, and then we can let Tia go, then we can kind of wrap this up a little bit. Yeah, everybody else can go again. Go ahead, Liz.
Well, damn. I mean, I got so much that I can say to this, but my main thing is that it goes back to us women. We don't have a problem being and playing our role. Like we don't, like me, I don't have a problem being a submissive woman. I don't have a problem being that woman that takes care of the house. Now, with that being said, I don't have any children. I don't date men with little kids. So my biggest thing is we are both adults at this point in my life. Everybody, we're taking care of each other. We got our own bills. Now, if we choose to become a union together, don't expect me to be doing all the cooking every single night if we both working 8 to 10 hours a day. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. But will I do all the laundry for us? Sure, I don't mind it. But guess what? You're going to help me fold it. So, there's compromise when it comes to playing our roles. And I don't have a problem. Like, I make good money, but I'm not good at saving it, but I'm good at spending it. But now if my partner is better at taking care of the household finances and making sure we take a nice, trip once a year, I'm okay with him handling the finances. As long as I know that when my household is paid for and whatever extras that I like, whether it's that's getting my nails done or getting my hair done or whatever are taken care of, then I'm okay with him handling the bills. I'm okay with him handling the money. I'm okay with him being the one who does that part. So, I mean, but when you have, it's different when you have a man who's at home, goes to work all day, and you have a woman that stays at home all day. Now, at that point, because maybe she has kids, yeah, the man shouldn't come home and do the cooking and do the cleaning. But at the same time, you got to understand, she hasn't had adult conversation all day long. If she got little kids, she been running around those motherfuckers all day long, trying to get them to be okay, make them happy because they tired or they're hungry. I mean, I have friends and I've experienced what it does to a relationship when you have kids and you don't have a partner who's understanding. It's very difficult for a woman to be at home all day long with kids and then have to cook and clean. And then the man comes home and he just expects her to also cater to him. Get a life, homie. Understand. Help me with the kids. Let's put these kids to food. And then I can give you some time, because right now I'm done.
That's why I switched to midnight shift. Like, for real. She was like, nah, you got to deal with something. And then I was like coach, and then I was doing all this and doing all that too. Man, I slept for like 4 hours a day.
Damn. Hey, Tia, how you feel about that?
I kind of feel the same. I got like mixed, like a little bit of everybody. I believe communication is a thing. I'm different. Like, I believe in a 50-50. I'm not like with the whole like in a relationship that I was in. Like, I'll just like back, my kid's father. Like, I was very submissive with him. Like, he didn't have to do shit when he came home from work, to the point of where he had a warm plate of food. It was cut up for him. He had to do nothing but sit down and eat. And that's just how I am. And so social media for me, like, if I see some shit that I like, I don't base my life. Like, I don't feel the need to want somebody else's life on social media. But some of the shit that I know that I like personally, that's just, part of the communication thing. This is something that I like. And that's how I take, some shit that I, would take off of social media. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's a man's supposed to lead. You're supposed to make me feel protected. Don't make me feel stupid. And I'm gonna treat you like a king, because at that point I'm gonna feel like a queen. That's the only way I'm gonna feel if you doing what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
I don't even ask what you make and how much money you make. I don't even want to know that. That's your business. Taking care of what you're supposed to take care of, I don't got no problem with that. Like, I'm so different. Like, I'm not all into like expensive, all that type of shit. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just that's not important to me. That shit like that don't make me happy, and it don't make the relationship last longer either. So I'm just different with shit.
Okay. Hey, anybody got anything else they want to say before we wrap this up about this topic?
I will say I definitely appreciate the women perspective.
Yeah. It may help me gain some understanding, and also, you know what I'm saying. Like, I come from you know what I'm saying, growing up in a 2-parent family home as well. But it wasn't my actual real father because my father was in jail and shit like that. So like coming back to actually seeing the difference between my stepdad and my actual dad, that was an education that I soon to learn that suited me, whether to follow my own father, simply because the way that he ran the household was totally different from the way that my stepdad ran the household, because he more leaning on my stepdad, more leaning on my mom, like on some, you know, hey, well, you need to go tell the kids X, Y, and Z instead of being a man and running the house. Where my father was, he ruled with an iron fist. If you don't like it, nigga, get the fuck out and I'll whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I come to understand, like, when you have conflict with certain things, there's a correct way to address it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to understand
Find a happy
things
medium.
to be right. You know what I'm saying? So I had to understand that. Okay, so and then like, okay, so I had to understand it like this. It was like, okay, my pops was this type of way, but my mom taught me to be. My mom was totally fucking aggressive, like. I never understood that shit until I got older and started dealing with women, and I started laughing. And I was, and that's what helped me deteriorate from picking them type of aggressive ass women and shit. Is because my mom was like a tyrant, and I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what I said, I was always wrong, and I couldn't deal with that shit. And it's like, because I know what I'm saying, I'm not wrong. Like, you just don't want to listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So having to understand this at a young age that you gonna grow up and deal with motherfuckers that just ain't gonna listen. I immediately identified with them women that dealt away with them like, nah, I can't even do it. So yeah, I'm gonna just go over here and walk down the street and around the corner, because once I seen it, it was just like, nah, I can't even do it. You know what I'm saying? And so lead me up to where I'm at now with dealing with my son, mom, and how I walked away from her, and how I deal with my son life, because I know it's some things that his mom taught me that I'm gonna have to make this motherfucker unlearn. Because
Right.
she don't know jack shit about none of this shit. And you know what I'm saying? The only thing I can do is wait and bide my time to be correct in doing the way that I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because exactly, you know what I'm saying? My son 18 now, so it's like I'm cool. I just gotta wait for you to wake up and see where you going wrong at. And then once you see it, it's just like, nah, I can't learn nothing else from you, Mom. I gotta go out here and deal with my pops, because he's finna get me ready for the real world. And that was the one thing that I understood from my pops, and was this nigga was like, he got me ready for the real world. And he showed me, once you get out my house, nigga, don't nobody give a fuck about you.
No way.
Facts. That's fact. But check this out, y'all. Hey, listen. Oh, you got something to say, Mr. Wiggles?
Yeah, on that note right there, I got a son that's 31, and he's still asking questions. And you start that sentence with my experience, and then you tell him what you went through, and let him decide on how he wants to handle that. Because see, I said, don't do this, don't do that, because it doesn't work, because they're gonna do it anyway. So I'll just say my experience. And start off with that sentence, my experience. You get him to listen to you, and he'll come back with you more questions about life. And mine's still calling me now about things that he's going through and all that. And I just say from my experience. And I went through, and then just let him figure out where he needs to go from there. I don't try to force him to do something different, because he's going to have to find his own way anyway. But advice is free.
Yeah.
And that's all I give him is advice of what I don't experience. So I got 2 boys and going through what you was talking about. But they're going to have to, they're going to be raised in in that late stage, but they still going to learn. And, it's wise. Just be sure you're there for him. You have to be, especially at this age now. Between 15 and 21, they need you the most.
Okay, and listen, I appreciate y'all.
Mr. Whipper, where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta.
Okay, have we met before?
I'm not sure.
You look super familiar. I didn't know if you was from the like the Youngstown area or something. So
No, I was born and raised down here.
ATL, baby.
Yeah, ATL, baby.
It's definitely a pleasure to meet you. You look familiar.
All ATL right here.
But
Yo,
check
Big
this
Dog,
out.
There is somebody up here that look like him though.
Hey, Big Dog.
Man, I know I ain't tripping.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Big Dog, if you can,
Yes, sir.
Big Dog, if you can check on the thing, it should say like private messages somewhere, probably in a more. I think it's more settings. If you're on your phone, it should say something like more or whatever the case.
Okay.
It's a message in there for you.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
But hey, check this out. Listen, I really appreciate y'all coming on and being honest. Like this is my fourth episode, but this is the more smoother one. You know, if y'all watch my other ones, I'm straight wild. And so next week it's back. It's back with the turn up, funny, nasty, crazy shit. But I had to get some of this stuff out, and I got some more of these coming too because there's a lot of topics I need to get off my chest. Because shit, I need some motherfucking counseling. This is therapy.
Tell them about the late night.
Oh well.
Tell them about the late night.
Hey, also check this out. I don't know if y'all can see it. Bucket Naked Podcast. Me, Black V, Adrian, and CL. We got another podcast we do. We getting ready to do another one. We trying to run something. It's just random shit. It's no questions. It's just whatever you feel like talking about. We got something you want to get off your chest. We getting ready to go on again. So, if anybody want to come on, we'll send you a link. That's up to you. I know it's Saturday night. Some of y'all trying to get it in. Some of y'all got places y'all got to go.
You can add me to it.
You
Okay.
can.
I'll have them send a link out. Bucket Naked Podcast. If you definitely want to come on, he'll send out the link, and it'll probably be about half hour, 45 minutes, maybe about 11:15 to start. But he'll send the link out. And also, real quick, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. Please share Deep Throat Conversations as well as Pussy Talks, as well as Queens with Attitude, as well as the AAA podcast. We got a lot of content, a lot of stuff. And if y'all want to be guests on any of those other shows that we have, we more than welcome to have you on there. Jet Fly Clothing. If you're in the Youngstown area, he gonna be coming up to the Yo, so get your orders in now, and you might be able to save yourself some shipping fees if you catch him up in the Yo and whatnot, because he's gonna be heading that way.
You hear me? But check this out. Hey, appreciate y'all coming at this moment. Hey, do anybody anything they want to shout out your IGs or anything like shit? Like I told y'all before, Diallo Bands. You catch me on Instagram, Diallo Bands on Instagram. I'm on Spotify. I do music. Just check me out. I'm gonna check. I know Big Dog said he do music. I'm gonna check.
Oh yeah,
out.
yeah.
If
I'm on YouTube now.
You're on YouTube now too. So yeah, I got a little thing going on. Anybody got anything going on? Want to shout out any of their pages? Anything? You can go ahead now. If not, we about to be up out of here.
It was good conversation with everybody. I really liked it.
This was good stuff.
Thank you. Hey, my youngest kid is 8, by the way. What you say, Linda, Lisa?
Liz.
Liz.
He's too young for me. Wait till he about 12 and hit me up.
I was about to say, I was about to say, but nah. That my name is MB Big Dog DAWG on YouTube. It started off as therapy. Everybody was like, you need to record that. So I just did it, and everybody was like, yeah. So I put it out. But that's what I'm doing now.
Real quick, if you got anything, whether it's music or products that you sell or your business or anything, and you're looking to promote it, and you want us to drop it like a little commercial or something like that, or put your advertisement on our podcast, definitely holler at Miguel. He can put you in touch with me or Annie or even himself, and we can sit there and set that up. And
make some videos.
Yeah. So
definitely
make some
videos.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. But
right,
thank you. I just want to say thank you. That's all.
All right, that's about. I appreciate y'all coming on. I'm about to go ahead and end the broadcast. He's gonna send us behind backstage so we can talk a little bit more shit.
All right, that's